In writing yesterday, we worked on our emotions, ideas that we could use to write personal narratives based on some of our different emotions that we have experienced. And so today, what we're gonna do is, we had all those different ideas, and remember I had you highlight one of them that you thought that was most interesting to you? Well, we're gonna work on choosing one of those, but narrowing down our topic. So, we don't wanna talk, like one of my examples was going to the beach with my grandma, and the other one was
making milkshakes.
well, but on my emotions, I'm trying to think of one that I had circled. Oh, starting my new job here when I started teaching 3rd grade. Okay, but I don't want to talk about the whole thing, like the whole day I was at the beach with my grandma, or my whole first year of teaching at Morrill, 3rd grade. I want to narrow those down, and that's what we're going to focus on today. There are, I should say, a couple of examples, story examples, that really narrow down a story idea in a very short story. The first one is called My 8th Birthday. My most favorite birthday was my 8th birthday. I remember I was so anxious for everyone to come over to my house, and Mom and I spent a long time decorating the house. I waited in the living room by the front door most of the morning. My friends came over around lunchtime. We ordered cheese pizza and ate it outside in my backyard. Next, we played some really fun games with balloons. Mom and Dad bought a piñata too. We all got a chance to hit the piñata with a stick. My brother, Gavin, got the last hit that broke it open. The candy went everywhere. After that, my friends and family sang happy birthday to me. I made a wish and blew out all the candles. Mom served cake to everyone until it was gone. When we were finished with our cake, we played tag and chased each other. A little later, my friends' parents came to pick them up. It was time for everyone to go home. One by one, I watched them all drive away. I was sad to see my friends leave, but we had such a great time together. I was excited to finally turn 8. Mom and Dad worked hard to plan my special day. I will never forget that day and all of its fun memories. Now, this person, boy, girl, we don't know. I was kind of guessing girl maybe. But this person talked about their whole day of their birthday, right? Mm-hmm. Is that narrowing down their story? I don't know. Because she's talking about from the morning until after all of her friends left later that day. So what was it that the author wrote about in this story? His or her what? 8th birthday, right? Now I'm gonna read another story. And we'll talk about it. This one's called 8 Candles. Ethan, are you boys ready to come in and sing? My mom called to me and my friends. I could feel a smile take over my face the minute my mom finished her sentence. I looked at my friends with my eyebrows raised. We stopped the game of football that we were playing to kill time and quickly started towards the door. Say goodbye to 7, Ethan, and hello to 8, hollered my good friend Jeff. We ran inside and began circling around our big wooden dining room table. Suddenly, I saw it sitting right there in the middle of the table, almost glowing. It was shaped like a football and frosted in light brown frosting. "Happy birthday, Ethan," was written in bright yellow frosting across the side. There were little white laces decorating the top of the cake, and they ran from one end to the other. Mom let me choose my own cake, and everyone knew about my love for football. The cake was perfect, but the 8 candles that were poked into the top made it even better. Now for the best part. My friends began singing happy birthday in unison. I watched their mouths move and their smiles get bigger. As the song ended, I skipped a line. Mom continued singing with them and put her arm around me halfway through the song. As the song ended, I took a big breath, preparing for my big moment. I closed my eyes tight and pictured my wish coming true in my head. I blew all the air I could out of my lungs toward the cake. I opened my eyes to see everyone cheering and each candle letting smoke stream into the air. I really can't think of a happier moment. Now, what did the author write about in this one?
His birthday?
Still his birthday?
One of the sticking candles.
Oh,
Yeah. Both of them actually.
okay.
Wait.
Now what happened?
Did the
Oh, there we go.
stop?
No, it's like going crazy on us.
The camera?
Well, the tripod is now having issues.
What's a tripod?
The thing you knocked over.
Oh.
Okay.
When she knocked it over, I never really looked at it.
We'll give this a try now. Sorry for those of you that are probably getting seasick watching this.
I'm
What do
not.
you mean?
Well, when they watch it, it's gonna be like all crazy. All right. So, do both of those stories talk about his birthday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one gives more specific detail? The first one or the second one?
The first one. The second.
Like
The
really
second.
focuses in on something. Oh, I forgot my papers
first
back here.
No, the second one. The second one.
Which one narrowed their topic down? Instead of having this broad topic, they narrowed it down to a smaller topic that still dealt with the birthday.
The first one.
The first one was the
No, the
broad
second
topic, friends,
I mean the
because it
second
talked
one.
about the whole entire day. The second one still talked about the birthday, but more specifically, the time when he was able to blow out the candles on his cake, right? The cake itself, the candles, his friends singing, just that one part of his birthday. Do you see what I mean? In the first one, he talked about the whole day. Was it very informative? Or did he just list everything that happened through his day?
He just was.
Yeah, he was basically just telling us about every single thing that happened throughout the day. But then when he focused on his most favorite part of the day, it was what? Blowing out the candles, listening to his friends sing. Just that one specific time of his birthday. So what we're going to do today is we're going to narrow down a topic. All right. Get these handed to you and then I'll pull it up on the board. Okay, I can't make mine smaller, but it's the same paper that you now have at your desk. Okay, so if you think about a watermelon, like the whole thing, it's kind of big, right? If you cut slices of that watermelon, is it still the watermelon? Yeah, but it's just a smaller part of it. Then, if you take out one of those seeds, one of those black seeds of the watermelon, is it still part of the watermelon? Yes, but it's a much more focused in, smaller part of that same watermelon. Think about his first birthday story that he wrote. Was it like the whole day? So that would be the whole watermelon, the whole entire day. What did he do to get down to the seed part, to focus in on it? Did he still talk about the whole day?
No.
What was his seed?
Blowing up the candle.
Yeah, the birthday cake, or the cake time, right? His friends coming in, seeing the candles on the cake, what the cake looked like, his friends singing to him, blowing out the candles. Just that one specific time from his birthday. Raylan? Sure, that would be great, thank you. Okay, so if I think about, let me get a pen going here. If I think about, I'll use black, I think it'll be easier to see. My story going to the beach, that would be the whole watermelon, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember the two things that you had highlighted on each side of your planning page? Because I didn't have you grab your notebooks. Do you remember the two that you chose? Or not really?
I remember the one.
Okay. Go quickly. Go get your writing notebooks.
I put mine in here.
Turn to the page that we had finished up yesterday. That's in there. That has the web, the idea web on it, and then the emotions over on the other side. Now, do you remember the two that you had highlighted?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to choose one of those. Because one of mine that I highlighted was going to the beach. I want you to choose one of those and put it on your watermelon column. Because this is your big idea. So this plain one here, oval, is like the whole watermelon. Okay, do you have your watermelon idea?
Yeah.
Okay, so my watermelon idea, like I told you before, is talking about like the whole day at the beach, right? But you don't want to hear every single thing that my grandma and I did at the beach that day. That would just be a list of all these things. Is that very interesting? Not really. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to our watermelon slice. So it's like we're opening up our watermelon and we cut a slice out of it. Is it still gonna be talking about my day at the beach? Yes, but this time, what I'm going to do is think back. That was a lot of years ago, but I'm gonna think back to that day, and I'm gonna start narrowing my story down to specific parts of the day. So I'll do this. I'm still talking about going to the beach. But this time, I'm narrowing my topic down to just when I was playing at the beach. So I'm not gonna talk about my whole day of going to the beach. I'm just gonna focus now on just playing at the beach. How can you narrow your topic down that you have on your watermelon side? How can you narrow that down to just like one part of what you're going to be writing about?
How do you spell build?
You're right, B-I-L-D. There you go. Alright, do you have your slice ready? So you're still talking about your topic, but you're focusing on a smaller part of it. But we're not done. We're gonna focus on an even smaller part of this now. So I started out by saying, okay, I'm gonna write about going to the beach with my grandma because that's a special memory. But you don't wanna hear about that whole time. So now I'm gonna narrow it down to playing at the beach. More specific though, playing at the beach, I'm going to talk about just my favorite memory that I have was collecting seashells. Cause is that still doing things on the beach? Still kind of playing around? Yeah. So I'll say gathering seashells. All right, so I'm just focusing on one specific thing that I did that whole day I was at the beach. It's not what I did all day long, it's just one piece of what I did. Narrow that down even more. What did you have to start doing first?
Film. Smoothing it out.
So you can, if that's what you want your story to be specifically about, you're bringing it into a smaller part. You don't want to talk about the whole thing, just one part of what you were doing. Okay, you feel like you have your seed figured out? Your more narrowed focus of what you're gonna write about? here's what I want you to do now. So you just wrote on this paper, go ahead and cut it out. We're gonna glue it into our notebook again so that we always can keep track of it. Alright, so you have your story idea page here. You're gonna glue it to the back of that one.